Great. So how can you position yourself? So, I know a lot of us when we go to a number of career types of presentations like this or classes, we tend to get very caught up in hey how to put your resume together, what social platform should you be on. That is all important. We're going to talk a little bit about that, but not so much. That's what I consider the tactical aspect. Well before any of those quote unquote tactics, there's a number of steps one needs to take to really help position themselves. And this is the strategic side of job search. And some of you may be familiar with this. If you are, I apologize if this is redundant. But this is based on, at least my years of experience here in being able to prepare folks to pursue opportunities. I think a lot of us will, stand a resume up or a social profile and try to let it ride, or we'll proactively reach out, which are all good things. However, again, as I mentioned here, we're looking to identify the right opportunity, and a lot of this that I'm going to give, a lot of the direction, is really focused on you and how to position yourself. All of that is very important, but I really, really want to get folks thinking about certain questions, and that's why I do these slides up this way, because I really want everyone to focus on you, right? So we're going to go through all of these, right? And again, I'm going to run through this quick and then jump to the next slide to go into much more detail. But again, how can you position yourself? I say it's a candidate's market. It is. But I did not say it's not competitive. It is still competitive. Employers do want the right person. Many employers will wait for that right person that they want for this particular opportunity, okay? So you have to start thinking about what is the job that you want, right? Or jobs, right? It could be multiple. You may need multiple strategies. You cannot integrate multiple strategies into one. It's probably going to be different, which is a huge mistake that both people and organizations make, right? Today, you have to be really precision-based in your approach to another career or to another job opportunity. We're going to go into more detail. That's why, what job do you want? You have to start thinking about that. You also have to say, what are the skills that I have? And this is a complete breakdown. And it could be typing skills, it could be software development skills, it could be sales skills, but it's also what types of competency-based skills do you have? Are you an empathetic person? Do you adapt quickly, right? Are you quick on the uptake? These are the things. Only you know yourself better than anyone else, right? Or at least you should. I'm going to assume that you would, that you're very aware, okay? You really have to start thinking about that because employers are finally starting to realize what is the recipe, what are the ingredients for a successful employee, not just a qualified employee, but what's the recipe for success? I want you to start thinking about that. Look beyond what you can actually touch as a skill and really start to look internally on what else you bring to the table, okay? How are you marketing yourself? We're going to talk about all these in more detail, but I want to put this on your radar. How do you market? We mentioned resume, we mentioned LinkedIn, we mentioned some social media presence. There are other ways, and we're going to talk about that. But what is your marketing plan, right? Where are you putting yourself out there to? Who's going to see you? Who's going to respect what you're marketing? Who's going to be interested in what you're marketing? We're going to talk about that. Do you have the network to market? Are you aligning that network or your marketing strategy with a particular network? Do you need to refresh the network? Do you need to build a new one? Do you have the right people, the right connections in your network? Think about that. And this is the most important, finally, which I think a lot of people don't seem to think about because we're so caught up in, again, getting the resume right, getting the LinkedIn right. We don't think about the engagement strategy. And this is something that I'm not seeing as much focus on in any of the forums that I've been in. What is your engagement strategy? Once you have all of this, how are you approaching that employer or the right person? I'm going to talk about that as we go forward.